Hey, hello, your second try with Wolf Gorlock, a few minutes riffing on IT and IT security. Today looking at Docker and default config. So, Docker. Many years ago, I was at a conference and I was with this girl, dating this girl, and we're looking at the schedule, like, what are we gonna go see? And she said, Docker, I'm about to use Docker for web design. I'm like, that's great, Docker, I know Docker pants. And so we wandered into this workshop. And that's how I learned about Docker virtualization. And it was about maybe an hour in, I leaned over and I said, I don't think this is about pants. And she said, I don't think this is about WordPress web parts. But we learned a lot. So the secret to you guys out there is, when it comes to InfoSec, follow your heart. No, a tip for you is, if you're using Docker, make sure that you're storing the creds in a secure way and check your config JSON. All right, here's what it is. Config JSON is a file, right? Obviously. And config JSON is where all your configurations are, obviously. And way back when, like June 2015, there was an issue reported that, oh, credentials are stored in clear text in config.json. Actually, they're Base64, so that's something, I guess. Good encoding, especially for credentials. So that was in June of 2015. March of 2016, about 6-7 months later, they issued a fix, right? And since 2016, since the beginning of 2016, Docker will allow you to store credentials in the OS's keychain, all right? It supports third-party credential managers. Awesome. That was March 2016. End of 2017, and why I'm talking to you about this is we're still finding in red team exercises and penetration tests Base64 credentials stored in config.json. So, one, if you are using Docker, please check out their secure credential manager. All right, that's like dbus secure keychain if you're in Linux. It's the Mac OS keychain if you're in Apple. It is also in Windows, but if you're in Windows, you should ask yourself, why am I doing Dockers in Windows? But it does support Microsoft Credential Manager, right? 3 different things. Secure key credentials can integrate with Dockers and protect those creds. So check it out and implement it. Here's the thing really about that though. These mistakes persist for years. When a default credential is not secure, okay? But is insecure by default. Even if it's known for a year and a half, 2 years, people continue to install with defaults. Just what people do. And so default configurations are rarely secure, and configurations are mostly default, and therefore you may argue that most configurations are insecure. So, A, if you're installing and configuring, please check your configs. Whatever you collect and did, it's probably insecure. That's a safe assumption. B, if you're building software, say something like Docker, or whatever it may be, please do your best to make sure the default configurations are the most possible secure options, because people continue to do it year after year after year. And now we're going into 2018, and I can guarantee that someone will get popped, or someone will lose a pen test because of config.json and Base64 creds. That's it for me. How did you learn about Docker? Do you got a good Docker story for me? Comments, social media. Hit me up.